Yes, by now you've all heard that Donald Trump has been arrested, but no one has told you that this could crash the US dollar. What do I mean by that? Say, this is not me making shit up. Say, this is the United States Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, and she just said they expect a slow decline in the US dollar as a reserve currency. She said slow. But of course she would say that because she's the US Treasury Secretary. You're not supposed to tell people that the US dollar is going to crash and take the whole financial system down. Okay, I kind of agree with her in her timing. But why does the arrest of Donald Trump lead to actions such as US dollar going down or US losing credibility worldwide? See, unlike the headline, which I just showed you, says that this is democracy in action, actually it's not. Usually, see, people don't trust currencies in third world countries, like some in South America or in a lot of African countries or Southeast Asian countries, because they say it's not a real true democracy. It's not a stable democracy. Therefore, people don't trust it and people don't invest in it. If people don't invest in it, then the local governments have to sell their bonds at much higher interest rates, much higher yields, in order to attract people, in order to attract investors. And imagine if that happened to the United States, because US Treasury yields right now, see, it's at 3.79, 3.8%, something like that. And we all know that the United States is having a lot of problems, almost going bankrupt, trying to just pay this money back. So in the longer term, what do you think is going to happen? It's like if you don't have good credit and you go to the bank, if you're not in the highest credit bracket, your credit score rating is low, what does the bank do to you? The bank charges you a higher interest rate because they think you're a more at-risk client. So now you've got US, basically, presidents going after former presidents. And if Trump wins the next election, he will go after Biden, the other former president. And you say, oh, isn't this what normal democracies do? No, they don't do this. See, because back then, remember Nixon and Watergate? He was prosecuted. He was impeached. See, in 1974, Richard Nixon was caught with all that Watergate stuff, but he got pardoned, right? He committed a major federal crime. Could have, like Trump, went to jail for the rest of his life, but he got pardoned, right, by his next successor, the next president. That's what the United States does, because it tries to keep a stable and liberal democracy government in place. So now you already have United States owing $31 trillion and paying 3.8% on that debt, right? That's a lot of money, a lot of interest. And the US is struggling to pay that debt and has problems lifting its debt ceiling every year or so, gives the market a heart attack. And then it has presidents going after former presidents, and then the next president coming after Biden. So what do you think? How do you think the market is going to react to this?